So you're dancing West Coast swing, but your anchor step doesn't have the stretch you're looking for, and you want to know what to do about it. In this video, we're going to give you 3 ways to improve your West Coast swing anchor step. My name is Brian B.
I'm Miss Megan.
The first thing we have to do is figure out what the heck's going wrong before we figure out what to do to make it better. And there's 3 things that are happening, and the third one is not creating stretch, but it comes from one of these 3 things. Number 1 is that we're going to do our basic pattern, and we're not aware of where the foot goes on count 6, and we're coming out of the anchor. So if we did something like a right side pass, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, if we come forward on that last step, it doesn't matter how much we try to create an anchor, it's not going to work. Let's go backwards a step and say, what is an anchor? It's not actually a triple step at the end of the pattern. The anchor is just your centers moving away from each other to create the stretch. So I could be anchored on a different foot. I could be anchored in a different position, but I have to create the stretch. That's number 1. But at the beginner level, I want to make sure that my foot doesn't come forward, triple forward, because it's going to make it much harder to create the stretch that we're looking for. So run through your basic patterns, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and try to keep that foot, my right foot, Megan's left foot, tucked behind. If I did a whip, I want to just make sure that I tuck that footwork behind. It's not the only way, but it solves problem number 1. It keeps you from coming forward. Now we have to look at problem number 2, which is running back. 1, 2, I send Megan away and she runs away into the next pattern. 2, 3, and 4, and she runs away. And we're dancing and it feels like she's stretching away, but then we never create that look that we're looking for in the stretch. So we need to not run away. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chill out on that count 4. Don't run away from that point and anchor away. If we do an 8 count whip, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Don't run away from that position. Wherever that right foot is for Megan, the left foot is for me. Anchor underneath yourself, and you'll solve problem number 2, which is running away. Now, there is a technique called scrolling the anchor, but that is a technique, not a mistake. Which leads us into why you're here. We want to create stretch. And this kind of comes into running away. If we dance a left side pass, and we're going to freeze on count 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to freeze on count 4 of any 6 count pattern. At this point, the hand stays stationary, my foot's in place, Megan's right foot's in place. We start to have a little bit of connection here, and we build it into the rest of the anchor step. So this works for any of your 6 count patterns. 1, 2, 3, and freeze, or start to melt. The hand stays still, my foot stays still, Megan's foot stays still, and we work to stretch off of that. 1, 2, 3, and connect and stretch away. The way I want you to think about this, it's the step before the anchor. So on your 6 count patterns, that's count 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We stop all that, and then we stretch away from that. If I did a right side pass, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we stretch away from that. Now on 8 count patterns, it gets a little trickier. It's still the step before the anchor, but this is going to be count 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Where we stop the hand, stop the foot, and we stretch away from that. Now the final question is, that's great, but how do I create the stretch? There's 3 different ways that you can create that stretch. We've stopped on the step before the anchor. We have to start to think about the connection at this point. Let me go backwards again. Let's use this point. Our stretch in the anchor. Let's call this a 10 out of 10. Now with one partner, it might be a heavy 10 out of 10. With another partner, it might be a light 10 out of 10. But with that partner, that's a 10 out of 10. But when I get to count 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I want to have about a 5 of 10. So I have some awareness of this connection. So when I build it to a 10 out of 10, you can see the stretch happen between us. Obviously, I think this is obvious, I have to allow my arm to move a little bit while still staying connected, meaning I don't have nothing in it, but I maintain that connection in the fingers and I stretch my body away into my anchor. 1, 2, 3, and connect and stretch away. Sugar push. 2, 3, and connect and stretch away, or a whip. 2, 3, and 4, 5, connect and stretch away. Very good. But that's going to lead us to number 3, which is, well, actually number 2, which is going to be, we have to roll through the feet. What the heck does that mean? We've stopped here. We're getting ready to do our triple step, our anchor step, triple step. I want the ability to roll from the ball of my foot into my heel. Right? If we do that again, we have triple step, ball of the foot into the heel. Now from the leaders, this is really easy because my weight's moving back as I walk into my next step. But for the followers, it's a little tricky. So can you talk about that transition?
Yes, so followers, we have triple on count 6 or 8, if it's an 8-count pattern. You're rolling back to your heel. Now, I like to be pretty heavily back in this heel, but your transition forward has to happen really fast. So if you're weighted back here, it kind of goes down and around into your first step, and you have to be ready to transfer from back of the heel to forward of the toe on that left foot fast words. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6.
So here's a good drill that everyone hates, but by George, it's the best thing you could do. Put a song on, dance pushes, passes, and whips, not touching your partner. So if I did that, we would dance a sugar push, a right side pass, and a whip. Number 1, you get to practice your basic footwork. But more importantly, and especially for the followers, with the music on and no one to connect to, you have to learn to move your own body. So as Megan was saying, as you're doing this transition, 2, 3, and 4, you're stretching away. When the music is on, you realize how quickly you have to get onto that foot to move. So the analogy I use, and I used this weekend with someone, I said, how long does it take you to go to work? And she's like, 12 minutes. I said, do you ever leave like 30 minutes early? She's like, no. Why? Because I know it takes me 12 minutes. By playing the song, you know exactly how quickly you need to move to get to that step. That way, you can start to create, let's try this again. If we do this again, I can start to create triple steps, some stretch. Look at us dancing like we're not touching. You can start to create some stretch within that. Oh, look at Megan follow. Zip, zip, triple stretch. And you can see stretch within us even though we're not touching, which means once you have a partner, I'm going to go back on this side so you can see. Once you have a partner, you can then use that to be a little bit better and a little bit more connected on the end of the stretch. Now, when that's comfortable, you might want this cool advanced concept on how to lead a hitch or dance a hitch. And this will be a really good thing to, if you can develop this skill, then you'll have the ability to stretch into your anchor and move out at any time you want. We did that hitch video right here. Now, if you want 5 ways to style your anchor step, you can go up here and download a video. 5 ways to style your anchor step. Super cool, easy stuff. You can use at any level. We'll see you on a dance floor soon.